Alright, let's get some of this. And one killer comic. Everyone, let's get through that intro and get to Rack and Pain Killers, brought to you by Chaos Comics.
The following is brought to you by AKA Pad.
Okay. I have to tell you, I'm loving going through these 4-issue miniseries from Chaos Comics. Rack and Pain, previously we did Lynch Mob. The artwork, the plotting, issue to issue, the character design, and the overall attitude is awesome. It really is. I think what Brian Pulido was doing at this time, I don't know. I think pound for pound, artwork wise and art direction wise, no one speaks of art direction when they when they refer to a comic book line. No one does. It's this invisible art form, pun intended. And by invisible, I mean the colors, the logos, the character design. The people you're choosing to work on these books they all emulate a certain attitude. A lot of people too will call that branding. Branding is not a logo. This is not branding. When you brand something, okay, you go into the gray matter, you go into the mind, you occupy the headspace. That is what attitude does. So these books aren't perfect, okay? I mean, we have to say it. They're not firing on all cylinders on all accounts. That doesn't mean that they're not enjoyable. And comparatively speaking, Rack and Pain is from 1997. So, comparatively speaking, what the big two were doing, what the contemporaries were doing at this time, RNP, that's what I call them, RNP. RNP it's there. Lynch Mob for 94 was there. Now, we have this bigger movement happening in Chaos Comics. Chaos Comics is marching towards their first event. Towards the end of that company, Chaos realized that they really need to connect these threads. They need a cohesive universe to help sales. Chaos was also doing a lot of cool licensing work. WWE, The Mummy Returns. I spoke about The Omen before. I thought I had it. It's not here. The Omen is going to be an upcoming video. But we had some really good licensing. We had ICP comics. We had Music Comics, ICP, Megadeth. These are all notable. They're all notable, even WWE, because WWE was of the Attitude Era, adult. Chaos was weaving this stuff together for an idea. And I don't think any company in the 90s represented an idea as well as Chaos Comics. Now, Brian Pulido, our creator here, our generator of chaos, our creator, magnificent creator, current king of Kickstarter, but our magnificent creator of Evil Ernie and Lady Death. He's still on that Lady Death high. He's still on that Lady Death wave. It's tough. It's really tough to recreate it. It's tough to open up new markets. Rack and Pain and Lynch Mob are this bigger effort to open up the market for Chaos Comics. This doesn't work. They do things like I remember it being like a black label, more adult-driven comics. None of this stuff works by the time the bubble pops for Chaos. But that doesn't mean there's still not a lot of lessons, that there's not a lot to learn from Chaos Comics, as I'm creating right there every single day, every single night for you. So do me a favor, subscribe, support. But as I'm creating over there, I cannot say that this absorption I'm going through, this rediscovery of some of these books and properties I've read when I was younger, it doesn't help me. Because what matters to me when I work on a comic page is what's happening on that page, what's happening on that panel, what exactly is that moment. So me being my own writer, creator, and artist, I can make micro decisions along the way. When it comes to pipeline, production-driven comics, Chaos Comics doesn't have that liberty, because a lot of times you want to go back and you can rewrite a panel, or you can add a caption, and you can just stare at it until it works. You can't do this once you write something and you hand it off to the art team. And even if you micromanage the art team, sometimes you're lost. But I will say something. These books are meaty. These books are roughly 28 pages of story apiece. Does that guarantee it being coherent? Does that guarantee it being nuanced and original and fiery? No. But does it guarantee that it's a Chaos comic? It does. Boom shakalaka. Here we go. Alright, everyone. Pain, Rack and Pain. I always want to say Pain and Gain. Also a great movie. Great movie. Now look, I apologize for the last video. I think it was a little blurry from here. We do have the PBR. We fixed the blurry problem. That was a quick fix. So what's the story here? What's the story behind the Jay Lee covers? Okay. I'm going to tell you the plot of all of this. And then we're just going to go through the issues. Because this guy here drawing this, Leonardo, can we see? Leonardo Jimenez, okay? I call this an open style, meaning there's not a lot of cross-hatching, but there's a lot of detail, and colorists, anyone coloring comics loves this type of style. Shout out to the interior cover design work, really cool. So we have these two guys. They're essentially Lobo. If you don't know who Lobo is, so Lobo's this guy. This is Lobo. Hello, Lobo. We're talking Lobo. Lobo, in the DC universe, is a hired assassin. He's just like a bounty hunter. That's what these guys are. They're hired assassins. And we have a little bit of a Mojo world. Now, I've referenced this guy in the Creed video a few videos back. I'll link to that below, about parallel ideas. So this is Mojo World. They broadcast Rack and Pain. It's a show. It gets high ratings. And our Mojo guy, Webb, he's getting grief from his station owner, manager, that he's got to crank up the ratings. The way he's going to crank up the ratings, he's going to trick our two guys, Rack and Pain. He's going to trick these two guys to kill basically the Lord of the Universe's brother. He's going to trick him, he's going to get his ratings, and then he's going to take over. And then along the way, let me just pull this off of here, just so I can flip to it. We have this Jenny girl. She's running a revolution. And she, on the back end, I'm showing you the end here. Right here in this panel, she becomes the new queen bee, and our two boys here give up the power that is offered to them so they can continue to rock and roll through the cosmic airways. Very chaotic, very chaos. So what do we have? Like artwork wise, what can we expect? Well, Leonardo here knows how to rotate the camera. He knows paneling. He knows storytelling. He knows how to make things pop. these are a lot of things, and he leaves a lot up to the colorist. Now, I don't like the blurry background here. I really don't, but I love the coloring. But he leaves the job up to the colorist, which is important. Because look, see, the colorist is going to come in and do like the floodlights and then the water in the pool. And look, and these guys are just crazy. They're just poolside, drinking beers, cheers to Rack and Pain. But these guys are just party animals, and they're violent. And look, just like Lobo too, they have 2 flying motorcycles. And then along the way, boom, they killed the wrong guy. You guys messed up. That sort of thing. But check it out, though. I mean, we really know what's happening page for page, panel by panel. We have quite a few nuclear explosions in these 4 issues. And here we go. So this guy is pissed. He needs to get he's going to get like an upgrade to himself, and he's going to set out to kill Rack and Pain. And here, isn't this an awesome poster? If anybody has this poster, I will buy this from you. I will also buy the Doomsday CD. I'm all for the Chaos merchandise merch. But yeah, so look, Chaos always being good, but they've had better ads. I think they had better ads than anything in Image, if you want to compare it. I think they've had better merchandising than what the Image guys were doing. It's still surprising that Chaos went under the way that they did. So issue 2 opens. I love how this opens. I love the blue. I love the blue. Now, every time we have a new issue, we have this story is translated from the da-da-da-da because it just makes it sound cool. And then boom, like we're back to a giant fight scene. So I mean, this is our 4th giant fight scene already. We get about 2 of these per issue. Now, Payne over here has this thing. He goes, if you can rip out my nose ring, this pays off in issue 4. He's like, if you can rip off my nose ring, I'll like let you win. And this guy can't do it, and then boom, he just punches this guy to where his literal body explodes. And then we get Rack here. He's like, he can transform himself into weapons. We don't get the joke if he can transform himself into a bomb or not. But we get like a good cast of characters. Again, the coloring is there because we know. I mean, this guy's bone-ish, this guy's purple-ish, this guy's blue. These are the cues we need when we story tell. Rack of Pain here doing some R&R. Boom, break out into another fight. But look at the action though. I mean, this is where we, from this arm, we get Leonardo gets completely experimental and fun with a lot of his layouts. To me, this is a natural transition to how to read the paneling. He makes it work. I mean, his layouts are tight. The layout of the page and what happens inside the panel. See how he pulls it away here? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, pulls it away twice. Just so, look, pulls it away, just so we can follow what the heck is happening. Now, is it clear all the time? No. But here we go. Leader of the revolutionaries appears. So that's a little bit of a plot twist. We got number 3 here. Now, look, see what I mean by experimental? I mean, this is almost like a no-go. This, when we turn the book sideways, it really works within the comic, not the first page. But we have our almighty leader of the universe, Mr. Monolith himself, getting an upgrade. But look at the flow of the storytelling. It's quite natural. And you wouldn't think it was natural with how erratic some of the layouts seem. Again, look, blue. Blue, white, orange. Little too much happening here with the colors. Colors got a little too excited. I don't like those blurs. But here we go. So we got Rack and Pain deciding what to do about the revolution. The evil guy's getting an upgrade. Good for him. And we get some more destruction. And now Rack and Pain are getting attacked again. And they topple a whole city. They destroy millions. And we go, I feel power. The big guy's coming. And look at this. Look at this. Sideways action. The purple and the yellow work so well together. Really, really cool stuff. There's a side of me that wants to go through the exact story here, but I think the value for these videos is just to give you the idea of what this is all about. And bang, look, they destroy yet, and this is my second city now. They destroy another city, and bang. Oh, I said issue 4, I meant issue 3. Pain gets his nose ring ripped out, and the evil guy, the big evil dude's about to win, but the evil guy behind the evil guy, Webb, is like, that's my show, I'm gonna get all the power now. And then we're back to some really nice Chaos ads. Anyone that has this Women of Chaos poster, I will buy this from you, sucker. Really cool stuff, really cool stuff. So how do we wrap this up? How do we top the first 3 issues? We go into a giant 3/4 of a page. One of our main guys, Pain over here, in pain, bleeding, but he's ready to rock, and we turn. See, that does work. Even physically, when you're reading a book, that works. But look again, I love the colors. I literally love the colors. Look how cool of a spike these are, because they're serrated, they're jagged. They're next level spikes. Again, blue, we get some green. We don't follow exactly what's happening, but we'll follow different cues of what to pay attention to. This is subconscious level stuff here, and it works. Look at the paneling. Look. Right? Like 1, 2. I mean, it works. This going sideways here just somehow works. It does. And we, again, more experimental paneling with Leonardo here. This is just incredible stuff. This is just blows my mind. Now, some of these, see, we have like a really big border here. I think these were reduced size pages. Probably no much bigger than this right here. This is my mini comic, by the way. But yeah. Look at those highlights. Now, we don't get a lot of double lighting here. A lot of this is single lighting. Look, and look at Rack. Part of his face becomes a giant weapon here. We need another franchise other than Lady Death. They're trying. This is just complicated, but it works even as a 2-page spread. But it's not a 2-page spread, but it works. And here we go. We just get the evil guy and all the evil cohorts getting their butts beat. We get Kirby Crackle. We get some great pose here from Rack. And look, he's got the RoboCop blade that, he's going to jack into things. And then we just have like a 1-2 combo to defeat the bad guy. We have Rack blasting the evil dude. These guys are already evil because they're hired assassins. They don't care who they kill. But there's an evil guy because you need one. And look at this though. Look at that. That's just incredible. We get some yellows, we get some blues. The head flying off. 1/2 of the world getting destroyed. We have them offering Rack and Pain all the power. They don't want to deal with it. They pass it on. We have this guy thinking he's escaping. But no, Rack and Pain just fly right through his ship. Kill him. And here we go. We're done. And it says, look, the end. Rack and Pain will return to raise hell in Rack and Pain's Earth Vacation. I don't think that ever came out. We got some fan art. We have the winner of the fan art here. I like this a lot, actually. I like, look, this dude even trying to duplicate with, what, colored pencils? Some of the lighting from the computer coloring. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. But here, this is it, everyone. This is Rack and Pain. 3 years progress between this and Lynch Mob. And I have to say, that it is progressive within the realm of Chaos Comics. This is a good job. This is you're swinging for the fences and you're just trying to tell a fun, crazy story. If we're into B movies and grindhouse films, I don't know. We put this with them. I love it. Awesome stuff, kids. And boom, here we are. Okay, so this is a good stack. This is a good range of what this company represents. This is Lightning Comics. And one of my big ideas, I'm going to experiment with this. One of my upcoming videos is I'm going to go through just random stack that I bought this like a month, maybe 2 months ago. And I'm just going to show you guys like what Lightning was all about at the time. Some of the highs and lows and kind of why they were cool, why I liked them. And again, we're talking about the 90s here. Why were these guys important? And speaking of that format, we're also going to be discussing Dagger Comics. This company I'm completely obsessed with. I have a little bit of a beef with them, like a 30-year-old beef. Yeah, 30-year-old beef. A 30-year-old beef with the publishers of Scorpion Core. Ugh, okay? We're going to be talking about these guys. Now, when it comes to Chaos, I said it before, we're going to get into the Omen, what is really the best thing that they ever had outside of Lady Death and Evil Ernie. Okay, we got to remove those a lot of times when we discuss the power of Chaos Comics, because everyone goes to Evil Ernie and Lady Death, but there's more. Everybody, can you subscribe? Can you hit that bell? Can you leave a couple comments? We're growing. The AKA Pad army is growing, and is growing with it's growing with your help. It's growing with your help. So, let's do this. Let's rock it. I really need to shave. Okay, I'm going to shave by the next video. Next 2 videos, also look out for, they're 2 opinion videos. One's Max Lanus and one's Jerry Conway. Jerry Conway, does that ring a bell? Subscribe, support, love you, and go out there and do something creative.